This PSA was brought to you by the Peter G Show.
You may have second thoughts after the show.
Don't drink the faucet. We're really talented. We should get Oscars.
Just pick out a car, for Christ's sake.
No, my name is Peter.
Yeah, I want.
Here's good.
Yeah.
Madam Perry.
I need to get back in the genie bottle.
Louis from Pennsylvania, you're on. He likes it. It's showtime.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorce dad, single dad, divorce dad, single dad, Peter G Show.
That's right, it's showtime, and boy, oh boy, has it been a roller coaster ride. How the hell is everybody? It's Wednesday right now. Cross your fingers. Everything is sinking. It's been, I swear to God, if I didn't know better, I'd swear I was getting sabotaged. It's been just one crazy, crazy month when it comes to this stuff. And, you know, and I realize every once in a while there's some bumps in the road, but not all the time. Not all the time. And when it does happen, you know, it's either a slight little bump or you got a fender that fell off or something. I don't know. But anyway, long story short, there's been a lot of change. Every time they update something and do something, it affects something else. And it's been like crazy. And it makes me crazy because I don't, you know, as I tell tech support, it's like, this needs to be flawless. Easier said than done, right? The technology is moving faster than me, I guess. I don't know. Or, you know, things are just moving. You know, back years ago, it went from, you know, like, you know, oh, wow, we got email and then we got this and we got that. But now it's like, bam, bam, bam. You wake up and there's a whole different thing going on. And I am crossing my fingers because everything was great at 4 o'clock in the morning when we finally shut stuff down. And then booted everything up again. It's like, where did it all go? I'll be wearing even now the giant monitor is not monitoring, but so long as we're in sync and you can hear me, that's all that matters because I've got glasses. I can look on the small screen, and I will, and that's it. But I hope everybody's doing really well. You know, it's just like everybody else. You know, life things are a pain in the butt at times, and you just have to learn how to deal with them. But I mean, I don't even mind if I wasn't putting in the effort, but I do, and it's still a mad dash. Don't forget, you can always comment live if you're watching the official Peter G Show on Facebook, or you're watching the official Peter G Show page on YouTube, or the official Peter G Show page on LinkedIn. You can comment live. If God forbid that this thing is not working properly, because this is like crazy what's going, actually how I made it work. We're defying laws of gravity right now, or the laws of principle, or whatever. But if it isn't in sync and you're hearing me, and I'm not even worried about fuzzy, I think the fuzzy is gone. We were battling fuzzy all month long, and that was a Chrome browser thing. The reason I tell you people this is because you all have computers, you all have devices, and everything just changes so rapidly. But I digress. Either way, it's really great to be here. Thank you for watching Life of Peter G, the Peter G Show, every Wednesday like clockwork, hell or high water, which has been more hell than high water. Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. God willing, honestly, it was just, this has probably been, what we have, almost 500 shows now? I can't remember when I'm always down to the wire at times, but I mean, even down to the wire with everything, wondering if I'm even going to go on. That's what was going on tonight. So it is challenging, but we're all here. Glad you all made it. It's 4th of July weekend coming up. It is, and we're going to be talking about the events going on in Washington, D.C., the past events about getting Washington, D.C. ready for the 250th anniversary of our nation. And I got to tell you, I think we just take this for granted. I'm not one to go crazy, to be overbearing about, it's our nation's birthday, 4th of July. But when you really think about it, there's a lot to be grateful for. I mean, a lot that went into where we are right now and why we're here right now and how we got here. And, you can complain and talk about the Orange Man and all this and that, but, at the end of the day, go back into your history, and I'm going to bring it back up again this week. It's like the old, quit complaining and just shut the fuck up and appreciate what you have while you have it. Serious. I mean, there's a lot going on and it's complicated. Life is definitely complicated. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing really well for the circumstances. I hope everybody's going to have a great 4th of July weekend. It's coming up, and 4th of July is on Saturday now. So that's a it's a weekend. Sometimes you get lucky and it's on a Friday. Sometimes you get lucky it's on a Thursday or something, and you get to you get to have an extra couple of days off. But it's not all that bad. It could be a lot worse, I guess. It could be a lot worse. So it's on a Saturday. Enjoy yourselves responsibly. I'll tell you that at the end of the show. But just in case I forget, we got a lot of show going on tonight. We do. I do. Like I said, I am going to talk about. This weekend, our nation's 250th. I just mentioned that, but for those just tuning in. However, as always, I will throw in a little Bill Gates thing at the end. I have to. I think I've committed to a weekly clip of different aspects of that guy, because I think a lot of you appreciate it. You sure do comment a lot on it. But that's going on. But look, here's what we're gonna do. Let me I want to screw this up. Yeah, baby. All right. I think I'm gonna have to wear these the whole time. Again, I lost, and I know why. But again, this is where this isn't for the faint-hearted. Don't worry, I'm a professional. I'll rise above it. But before we really get going, what do you say? Because there's a lot of good stuff I think going on in the universe this month, or at least coming up in the month of August for sure. But why believe me? Listen, why don't we hear our astrological forecast for the week from Moon Mistress Tarot? Because she's in tune with all that stuff. I'm just the messenger. So here we go. I'll be right back in a minute.
All right, my darlings, get ready, for the universe is shifting, and what you're manifesting, what you put out there, your desires are coming your way, my darlings. So Jupiter, planet of good luck and fortune, is working it with Leo, and that's all about the fire. So let's see how it's going to affect your zodiac sign this week. It's talking about Wheel of Fortune for my air signs. So yes, it's destiny, it's fate for you. So go for it, my darlings. For all my Aquarius, my Geminis, and my Libras, loving that energy. For my water signs, there's the Chariot. That's fast and furious. What you're looking for is definitely coming your way. I love that. Scorpios, Cancers, and Pisces. Woo, for my fire signs, there is a fire, and someone might be bringing it to you. 8 of Pentacles could be money, could be love, my darlings. Finishing off with the Earth, this is definitely some money or wish from the universe. So my beautiful, I love it. I love my Virgos, my Taurus, and my Capricorns, money honeys. To find out what is going on this week with your zodiac sign, moonmistresstarot.com. Enjoy, and back to you, Peter.
That's right. Back to me, Peter. Thank you, Moon Mistress Tarot. I'll tell you what, to find out more about your astrological journey and your cosmic connection, go to moonmistresstarot.com. Let her do a reading for you and focus in on what's going on in your astrological forecast. All right. I mean, let's face it, the universe, we're all connected, but some have different paths. You might as well stick to your path so you don't get lost. Believe me, getting lost, ask for directions, I guess. Go to Moon Mistress Tarot, Go and don't try and wing it on your own. And that's that. Let's see what we got going on over here. Let's see. Looking very handsome tonight. Oh, Diana, yeah. Is it because you're a favor of the black? Let me tell you something. That the reason I grabbed black tonight, I would wear black all the time. I love black. Black was the official color of LA, and it's much more slimming. But you know, I just like to mix it up a little bit. But you're very fond of the black, and you know, again, you're way over wherever the hell you are, and distance is my best advance over here. But you know, again, as for you, and I know how much you love certain things and don't like certain things about this show, Diana. But hey, Diana, what time is it? What time is it, Diana? Oh, Diana, let me tell you what time it is. It's show time. She hates that. She hates that. Oh boy. Anyway, again, back to the you can't please everybody. But tonight I just happen to be, you know, just all blacked out. Yeah, no, I'm just missing this. I got to cover this up, and we'll be perfect. Okay, so where are we at? Oh, before we really get tuned in tonight, I want to talk real quick about Venezuela. Sorry, I'm going to be looking down a little bit because I don't have my mega monitor. And anyway, where are we at? Oh yeah. So Venezuela got their ass kicked. I'm looking down. I hate looking down. I apologize. Did I put it in here? Yeah, I did. Okay. Venezuela got their ass kicked with an earthquake this past week. I mean, they got hit hard. Even if you don't watch the news, you've had to have seen it. And I feel bad. I mean, I hate earthquakes. That was my biggest. I was in the Northridge earthquake in 1992, and that was my first earthquake. And it was a doozy. It was a doozy. I mean, it just doesn't seem possible the way the earth can move these buildings and just make them rock and then just crack the ground and take down these buildings. It's horrible. And then what makes it even worse is you don't know how long it's going to last. And then the aftershocks come and you don't know when they're going to come. And you're just on edge the whole time. It sucks. It really sucks. And there's all this footage of these buildings in Venezuela just toppling over. I mean, what did they say? Oh, I got to look. I got notes. I think I got notes. I throw them over here. I did. Well, I think that there's almost 1,000 people are dead, I believe, right now, and they're still missing like 9,000 people. You know, I can't remember how many are injured, but it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad because they're never. I mean, it's just the rubble. We're talking concrete. We're not talking, you know, like a bush fell on you. Giant multi-level 10, 15-story buildings just coming down like that. It's just horrible. Horrible. You're going to have a few good stories, but the end result is going to be really bad. And they've already said at this point, it's not going to be a rescue. It's going to be a recovery. Because how many days are they into it now? They're over 7, 8. It's been over at least a week now, and it's not good. But prayers for Venezuela. The people in Venezuela. You wouldn't want anything like that. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It's just horrific. These are innocent people. You know, never mind all the crap we got going on in Iran and all that by some people who just have these ideological ways, and they rather die than just try to be normal. But again, it isn't the people of Iran; it's that regime that's got their thumb on their necks. They'll kill their own people. But this is an earthquake. I mean, and it just out of the blue hit and took down that whole place. And I'm just prayers for Venezuela, I guess is all I can say. It's a nasty, nasty event. And that's that. I am, here's what we're going to do. I think I need to, I don't need to, but I want to. I want to hear from my good friends over at Clean Start Products with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver Because let's face it, folks, it makes sense to save money and fuel and take care of your vehicle and make it last longer. So don't go nowhere. I'll be right back, all right?
Hello, it's Tyrone Thompson here with Clean Star Products, and we're here with William.
High-end car service.
And we've just serviced his Cadillac Escalade 2024. And we're going to be giving it a go to see what kind of results he'll be getting in his fuel mileage and any performance differences, and be checking with him later.
All right.
Thank you, William, for participating in our environmental program. We're here with High-End Car Services, my friend William, who's been using DX1 for a small time now. What kind of results have you been getting?
Up to 45.1 miles per gallon best results, and the engine has been quieter, and I can definitely feel the power in the engine. I have a diesel.
Thank you so much. We're going to keep going with the program and check in with you later. We appreciate you. The Long Life Engine Program with DX1 Driver is the only safe environmental product for your high mileage engine. DX1 is a non-toxic, clean-burning oil that goes into your fuel and your engine oil, providing lubricity for gasoline and diesel engines. You save on average 10% gasoline and 15% diesel fuel consumption. Call now for a price quote and place your order today. It's the Long Life Engine Program from Clean Star Products and Tyrone Thompson.
That's right, folks. Clean Star Products with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 Driver. I got two words for you. It works, and it does. I use it myself. This little bitty bottle right here services your average four-door sedan. You pour one of these little bottles into a clean oil change. It's real simple. Put it in the oil change. You can have the guy who's doing your oil, changing it, say, hey, just dump this in, while you're changing the oil, adding the new oil. And it's that simple. Then when you need to fill your tank up with gas, you put one of these little bottles into your fuel tank, fill up your car with gas, and drive. It's that simple. It really is. But don't believe me. Just go to cleanstarproducts.com. Let me find it for you right here. There you go. cleanstarproducts.com, and check out their website full of information. But here's the kicker. What I want you to really do, you'll notice that on their website and at the bottom of this screen, there's a phone number right there, 310-200-8931. 8931, right? Yeah, sure is. Sorry. I told you I missed my mega screen. And give them a call. I know a lot of people don't want to call. You just want to be on your phone and click buy or this and that and text. Call. It's believe me, the crap I'm going through with this whole system that we're doing for the Peter G Show right now and the tech support, I can't call them. It's all via back and forth email, and it is driving me crazy because when you're speaking, you can transfer your ideas, your questions, and all that. They just transfer a lot better. Have you ever texted somebody and they take it wrong? It's like the text just didn't, like you meant it one way and they interpreted it another way. Yeah, that kind of crap. Hate it. Happens a lot too. So pick up the phone and call them. Just say, hey, saw it on the Peter G Show. And that's very important. Why? Because if you tell them you saw it on the Peter G Show and you get all your questions answered, and should you decide to order, they will send you 5 bottles for the price of 4. 5 bottles for the price of 4 for mentioning that you saw it on the Peter G Show. That's a deal and worth the phone call right there. And that makes a perfect starter kit because you take the first bottle and you pour it into your oil change. That leaves you with 4 more bottles for 4 full tanks of fuel. I'm telling you, I noticed the difference in my vehicle at about the 3rd tank full. So it does make a difference. And besides the gas saving stuff, it gives your car more lubricity, and it just helps the car operate more efficiently for the life of the car. Therefore, less wear and tear. Therefore, less repairs. Therefore, less spending money on cars. Good food, good body. Right here, folks. DX1 Driver. Give them a call. Mention you saw it on the Peter G Show, and they will hook you up with 5 bottles for the price of 4. You can't ask for much more than that. So go do that, all right? Cool. That's God, I hate having to look down. I apologize, but that's what I got to do tonight. More so than usual. And that's it. So what are we going to do here? Oh, I know what we're going to do here. We're going to start off. I'm telling you, boy, do I need this too. We're going to take a sip. We're going to take a sip. I want to wish everybody the upcoming happy 4th of July 250th anniversary of our nation. I know most people just look at it as a party. Please party responsibly. Please. The last thing I want to hear is tragedies happen, and they do. It sucks. Things happen all the time, just normally. So here's cheers, and thank you all for watching. Share, share, share. I appreciate you so much. But if you want to do something good for me, share and like and follow, okay? That's what we need. I'm trying to, again, the bean counters are starting to get interested more. They're going, wow, look at what's going on in Peter's world, all right? Salute. I love you. I need one more. Woo! Much deserved for this, believe me. Smooth. Sure is. Definitely is. Isn't that right, Butthead?
Smooth.
Yeah, it is. Certainly is. And away we go. So let's talk about the 250th kickoff here. I mean, there's been a lot of preparation going on. You know, a lot of people giving the Orange Man a bunch of crap, you know, for doing things. And I got to tell you right now, before we even get started, this is another one of those moments where I'm preaching, you know, my mantra. I guess it's just going to be the official Peter G Show mantra, like it or not, but it's just so real. And it's like, there's, again, stop being hateful. Or if you're going to be hateful, just shut the fuck up. Just shut up. I mean, you're missing the point. Like right now, he spent, number one, Washington, D.C. was a shithole. It got turned into a shithole. You couldn't walk down the street without getting robbed, carjacked. And within 8 months of him saying, I'm going to clean up this city, he cleaned it up. People are walking around Washington, D.C. and having a good time. That's our nation's capital. It's the #1 spot in the United States, the nation's capital, okay? I know most of you all know this, but sometimes you have to refresh your memory. Like, it's Washington, D.C. It's monumental. I mean, we have monuments a lot of places, but it's Washington, D.C. I don't think I have to explain this to you. I know you're all aware of it, but sometimes you forget because it gets pushed into the background due to all the hatred towards the Orange Man. For some, not all. He cleaned up Washington, D.C.'s crime really quick. He just put the hammer down. It's like, you know what? Mom is not handling this. Dad walks in the room and all of a sudden shit starts happening. This goes about parenting as well. I just saw this big thing about the percentages of fatherless homes that, like, you know, God bless mothers, okay? But mothers are not fathers. There's just something, they said statistically, I wish I had it. I didn't keep it. I said, it's okay. But they said a single father raising a child has a higher percentage rate, and I can't remember the percentage rate, but it's a huge amount of that child not going astray than a fatherless mother raising a child. Because there's just something about that father figure. I know you love your mother, and they do the best they can and all that, but there's something about the authoritative figure of a father that just straightens a lot of things out. Most good fathers. I'm not talking about the shit fathers. I'm talking about good fathers. And it's the same thing with this, with what's going on in our world and the United States and what's going on with the crime. Trump said, enough. It's Washington, D.C. It's a disgrace. Congressmen and people are getting robbed, walking the streets, because, you know, there's a lot of walking that could be going on over there from building to building, from restaurants, all that kind of stuff. They're getting robbed, beat up. And he put a stop to it. So you can say what you want, but stop hating him for protecting American citizens. He doesn't need protection. He's got all the protection he needs. So stop it. Stop hating for him cleaning up that city so people can come and touristry and all that, because it's our nation's capital. People used to come there for the history, for the monuments, for all the things it has to offer. But I wouldn't go nowhere if I'm going to go, that city's gotten rough. I'm not going there. Why would I want to risk it? I'm good and safe right here at home. So stop it with the hatred for him making that place safe. So then he says, next step, this was, 8 months ago, he started doing that. Boom, bam, he did it. Okay. Plus we're coming up on the 250th anniversary of our nation. Then he looks at Washington and he says, this place looks like a shithole. The monuments are a mess. They're filthy, dirty. Okay. And then we're going to get into the reflection pond, pool, whatever you want to call it. And it's a mess. I'm going to fix these things. Number one, it's our nation's capital. Need I remind you? It's the nation's capital, the place where people from all over the world, like New York City, people from all over the world come to see this place. He's got a great place. He doesn't have to do this, but it's our nation's capital, pride of ownership. It's like having your house. And your house is just, the grass is up to your knees and you don't take care of nothing. It's like, and you're going to have a big party there. Not even. It's just pride of ownership. If you like living in a shithole, well, then more power to you. Go for it. This is America. You're still allowed to do that. But he's responsible for most all this stuff. If you're not fighting him, like Chicago and, Michigan and all these places, California, they're fighting them left and right. And lo and behold, what are we living in? A shithole. So he says these monuments are a friggin' mess. But let's talk about the reflection pond first, or pool. It's what is it? 2,000 feet long? 2,000 feet long, and I can't remember how wide it is, but it's huge. It leads right up. You know what I'm talking about. So number one, he says we got to fix it because it has issues. Now, for the record, maybe I should just play the. Should I play the video first? Yeah, let me play this first, and then we'll go that. This guy will explain a lot of things, and then we'll go from there. All right, here you go.
The reflecting pool in DC has gone from gray to American flag blue. To Shrek green, all in a matter of weeks. It's algae. And now the paint's peeling.
It's actually starting to peel. It's coming up.
Now, all of this was fairly predictable because upkeep of the reflecting pool at the Lincoln Memorial, this 2,000-foot-long beast of a monument on the National Mall, it has plagued basically every president for nearly a century. Trump is just the latest.
It's embarrassing. It was so horrible. I never saw anything like it. It was filthy dirty.
Just solving that algae problem alone has involved, over the years, installing new water filtration systems, switching the water source. But you're fighting Mother Nature here. Every expert will tell you the pool was practically designed to grow algae because a reflecting pool is only reflective if it's still, right? You can't churn and recirculate and clean the water as vigorously as you would like. So you've got this relatively still water that's also warm because it's shallow and in full sun. If you were trying to biofarm algae, this would be the way to go. Just a perfect facility for growing algae. And it's not just algae. The pool was built on marshlands and basically started sinking the day it was finished. So just imagine, if the structure is constantly shifting unevenly depending on the ground, cracks are going to form, pipes are going to break, and 6 million gallons of pool water need to go somewhere. The government estimates every year around 16 million gallons of water leak out. The former director of the National Park Service said a full rehabilitation of the pool would cost more than $100 million. So when President Trump set his sights on the reflecting pool as part of his efforts to beautify the Capitol ahead of America 250 celebrations, he started with a $15 million reno. In 6 weeks, the pool was drained. The cracks filled, sprayed with a new waterproof sealant, repainted, and refilled. And for a while, it looked pretty good.
I'm impressed, to be honest.
I think it looks beautiful. It looks very dark. It does not look blue.
But sure enough, when the summer weather rolled around, the algae started to regrow, and the pool went from patriotic blue to swamp green. The Trump administration tried to assure everyone that this was just residual algae from the pipes that lay dormant during the renovation. But others questioned whether the pool's new dark blue bottom was absorbing more heat and warming the water for algae to grow. Either way, workers rushed in, sweeping and vacuuming up the algae. A new ozone nano-bubbling system is supposed to destroy algae on a microscopic level, and gallons of hydrogen peroxide were poured into the pool. But then, passers-by started to notice the lining of the pool starting to lift, paint peeling and chipping off the bottom, possibly from the hydrogen peroxide, possibly from sabotage.
They cut it very violently, but somebody said they might have put fertilizer. They did something to create the algae.
At least 5 people have been arrested for vandalism. One of them, 3-time Olympian David Hearn. He told the Washington Post he was riding his bike near the monument when he reached in to touch a piece of the lining that was partially detached, and next thing he knew, he was in handcuffs. Trump is now saying that the pool will likely have to be drained again to carry out more repairs. But time is ticking to the 4th of July, and by then, it's anyone's guess how blue the water will look.
So that's a good overview of what's been going on. And again, but this is where it just really gets me. If you paid attention to this video, you've heard that there's been problems with this structure for decades. Many presidents have struggled with the fact that there's problems with it cracking, settling. They couldn't. They had problems. So it looked like hell. So Trump tried to fix it again because of the 200th. It's because it's looking a mess. Everything's filthy, dirty on top of that. And the haters just gotta hate spending taxpayers' money. It's like they spend it before and nobody ever said boo. Presidents before had tried to fix things and do things and nobody says nothing. But because it's this guy, this is where I really, it's like, shut the fuck up. I don't care if you hate him or not. He's doing what was right. It's the nation's capital. I mean, what are we going to do? Just let it go to be a ghetto? So he tried to save money. He had experts, consultants. It's not like he's out there building it, but he's got a great building mind. I mean, he knows all about building. He hired contractors. They claim they could fix it and make it hold with a rubberized liner. And they did it. And everybody bitched, not everybody. The haters bitched and complained. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't put sabotage like for the algae to come that quick because let's face it, there's tons of people that hate him and they want to make him look bad. But you're blaming him for something that he didn't do besides try to restore and beautify a part of Washington, D.C. It doesn't make, again, the anger, the hatred, anything but Trump, that same old shit. Stop and look at the big picture. This is the country we live in. It was going to hell. It's time to, do you wash your car once in a while? Why do you wash your car? Because it's looking like shit, right? Same thing. Sometimes you got to put maintenance. And again, let me tell you something. That reflection pool was built in 1922. It's a long time ago. Over 100 years ago. On top of that, it was renovated 14 times since Trump. Have you ever heard about the renovation? I mean, I don't remember hearing about it or people being in an uproar. Which brings me to my point. Had it not been Trump, had it been any other presidents from the past or whatever, no big deal. Just part of the thing. It needed fixing. It's got to get fixed. It's part of the whole deal. It's our capital. Just like streets get repaved. I mean, let's say you have a road that's just broken and bumpy and potholes, and you just leave it. Well, then you'll be bitching about the potholes. But if Trump went and said, I'm going to repave that road for you because he's spending taxpayer money in the road on that road, that's how stupid it is. Stop being stupid. Now, again, not everybody. The ones who understand, understand. But for those of you listening that just totally have TDS, stop being stupid. Stop it. Think of the big picture, okay? Because here's what you got. You got these people that are, I mean, this is a pure, this doesn't pinpoint it any more than what it does. Here you go.
Algie is doing good today, honey. Algie, everybody's proud of you. You are single-handedly doing more to fight fascism than any American has. Yes. Yeah, Algie.
What the hell is going on? This doesn't even feel real. Are people really cheering on for algae in the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool? You guys know this landmark is for all of us, right? These people truly hate the president so much that they're actively rooting against things that are theirs too. I don't understand this backlash of hoping the pool project fails. Why shouldn't we have nice things? The discourse around this pool has gotten so absurd, it doesn't even feel real.
And that's the truth. That, my friends, is a pure example of assholes. Libtarded assholes. I mean, they look pretty normal to me, right? You could pick them out a mile away. They have to bitch and complain to bitch and complain. The guy was right. This is for everyone. This isn't for him. He's got his Mar-a-Lago and he's got crystal clear pools and waters. He doesn't need this, but it's our nation's capital. And on top of that, it's the 250th anniversary of our freedom. But no, you got people that just hate. They're that pure stupidity. Another shut the fuck up moment. It's that simple. Shut the fuck up. What we got here? Thank you for commenting. The Democrats say anything President Trump does, and they come and they destroy the blame him. I know. There's no doubt. That's how hateful these people are, and that is the truth. That is the truth. They just hate him, and so anything, they're just going to blame him for everything. Again, he has advisors. They told him what we can do to fix it. Made sense, and it did make sense. And he says, okay, do it. So now if there's tears in that or it just came up naturally, let's say it didn't bond to the cement properly, that's on the contractors. They're going to have to fix that. But if it was slashed to open up holes, to make leaks and then the water gets up underneath it, that's different. Then you got these people. They're just assholes, libtard assholes. Again, hate. Hate. That's all they do. Hate. Okay. I want to talk to you about the which monument we're going to talk about next. Oh, he fixed the Columbus Circle fountain. All right. There's another giant fountain that has been broken for over 10 years, and they graffitied all over it, and it's filthy friggin' black spots and dirty. Hasn't worked in 10 years. It's this huge monument. Here, just where are we at? Sorry, I gotta look down. I wish I could be looking straight there and do this, but here, check this out. And then again, it's self-explanatory. There you go.
If you haven't had the chance to see the before and after images of the Columbus Circle fountain in Washington, D.C., you are severely missing out. The difference is unbelievable. And it comes to show if you take a little care of your country, it might actually be some place that people want to come and visit. So obviously this is the before. These are actually images that were taken after a protest in Washington, D.C., where they put free Gaza, free Palestine, and Hamas imagery all over the fountain. But let's say we take away the graffiti. Let's act like the graffiti isn't even there. Just look at how dirty and disgusting the marble is. I didn't even know that was marble. I thought that was concrete. Even the surrounding area was just littered with trash, tents everywhere, homeless people all over the place. This isn't a place that people would want to come and visit. It's more like a place that people would want to avoid. This is our state capital, or was our state capital. Now look at the unbelievable difference. Absolutely stunning. Tell me, you look at these two images side by side and you tell me which one would you want to go to. It is unbelievable the difference of an impact that a place can make when you have it actually clean and kept. I mean, don't take my word for it. Check out this lady's reaction. But after seeing this, you're damn right now I want to go to Washington, D.C. just to see this fountain. Just through the video, it feels like you're in another world. I say bravo, Donald Trump. You know what you're doing out there. This is exactly what this country needed. A little bit of TLC is all we needed. People would actually want to come and visit our country, and we can be proud to actually call this our country. I'm very glad that we have a president that actually takes into account these little things that really, really do make an impact.
That's right. It's not rocket science. It's common sense. You own a house. I don't care if you have an apartment. You keep it up. Because otherwise it starts everything needs maintenance. Your car, your bicycle, your home, your apartment. I mean, things get worn out. On top of that, over these past few years, we've had all this craziness. And they've just been destroying and just killing all these statues and pulling them down and defacing them. Graffiti all over the place. You saw that. That was a friggin' 180 difference. It looked bad. It was all graffitied all over and black marble. It looked like cement. It looked like just old cement. And they cleaned it up and the water's flowing. It's like, come on. Again, not rocket science. That was beautiful. And it's supposed to be like that. It was how it was originally intended. It's Washington, D.C. It doesn't matter. Even if this was in New York City, it should be like that. How it was intended to be, not ghetto. It's a problem. Everybody's let everything slide, and most people just so busy moving on, and you accept the shit we're living in. It doesn't have to be this way, folks. And that's all. Daddy steps in and goes, look at this. Your room is a mess. Let's get this cleaned up and let's repaint this room. Get some new stuff in here, and then you better take care of it. And that's what he did. Every president, not every, but that's the way it's been going on. Again, it's normal stuff, but because it's Trump, the hate, again, from all the libdards. The truth. It is what it is. But I just want to throw this in because I've never seen anything like this. I didn't know you could train bald eagles. I never knew that anybody had a bald eagle that was... where are you? That had them trained. But just check out. This is a real quick piece, but I just thought it was badass. But as they opened up the ceremonies, because things are already going on in Washington, D.C., there's the state fair that's there for for weeks, and that's a big event. I didn't have enough time to do enough videos. I've been going through hell with all this stuff, but there's a lot of stuff going on in D.C. Already going on, and it'll go on and continue. But there was some event going on, and this woman had this bald eagle. I just think it's just badass. But what do I know? Here, check it out. See that thing? It was huge. And it landed right on her arm. I don't know how they let it go, and the damn thing just came back. But I just thought that's cool as hell. Just throwing it in. Since the American bald eagle is our nation's bird. Well, fun fact for those of you who still hate everything. But again, many do love and respect, and that's the way it should be. I'm not saying you have to be a fanatic about anything, but back to the common sense. Stop with the hate. It's for everyone's sake. It's for everyone to enjoy. It's for everyone to use and enjoy. And from people come from all over the world, and you want them to come in and go, God, we went to Washington. It was a hellhole. I'll never go back there again. Or New York City. I used to walk the streets in New York City. I'll tell you what, when what's his face was mayor. Holy moly! Here we go. New York got cleaned up by Giuliani. He cleaned up New York. I remember those days of being able to. This is back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And you could go walk the streets in New York. I remember walking in Hell's Kitchen, 2 o'clock in the morning. We had a gig somewhere. House of Blues? No, it wasn't House of Blues. It was maybe it was BB King's or something like that. And there wasn't no House of Blues there. And I walked with somebody, and we went to one of those delicatessens over there. I can't remember which one. And then I went, and we were walking, and I'm walking by myself at 2 in the morning or whatever, and it's just quiet. Nobody's messing with you. Wouldn't do that now. The place has been out of control for quite some time. Even in the daytime. Don't want to be like that. It sucks. Hope they get it together. And it's not getting any better now. You got Mondami, and we're going to talk about that next week. We'll talk about that next week, about what's all these, takeovers that are happening little by little. Anyway, it's just common sense. Take care of your stuff. New York City, the Big Apple, that's one of the most popular cities in the world. And it's just out of control right there now. But Washington, our nation's capital. End of story. 250th anniversary, of our independence. End of story. Shut the fuck up. Come on. Common sense for those who are haters. For those who understand, you know what I'm talking about. I want to talk about the Washington Monument. I thought this is pretty cool. They've lit up the Washington Monument, and they got projectors on all 4 sides, and they're doing these 25-minute shows every hour on the Washington Monument. I just thought, that's going to be going on. It's already been going on, and it's going to be going on for quite some time. And I just think it's cool as hell. I just think it's cool. And it's the Washington Monument is a focal point of Washington, D.C., as all these monuments are. They all are. They're important. They're pieces of our United States, our government. They're there for a reason. I mean, it's not just like some plaque somewhere. These are huge buildings and monuments. There's a significance for them. And so they lit it up. They're lighting it up and doing these like historic tell-alls on the sides of the Washington Monument. And I just thought it was pretty cool. Here, you check this out.
President Thomas Jefferson purchased the vast Louisiana Territory from France. America brought mankind into the space age as we took our place among the stars. A new
You get the gist of it. They do it every hour. It's 25 minutes long. And again, there's big, giant audio speakers, and there's like a narrative history of everything that's going on. Now, that was sped up, and so it was kind of hard to keep up with, but it tells a story. There's a story behind it, and it's 25 minutes long, and they do it every hour at night, obviously, from a certain time to a certain time. So I would imagine there's, 4 or 5 shows a night doing that. And it's just super cool. It's the friggin' Washington Monument. It's huge. You don't realize how massive that thing is until you stand up against it. It's huge. I just think it's cool. It's, again, our 250th anniversary of our nation's freedom. Remember that, because I promise you, especially with the World Cup and everything, with all these foreigners that have been coming over to watch soccer, you can see the unity. Everybody, there's no problem with the soccer fans. Everybody's coming here to gather for one purpose. God bless it. Their teams are winning. They're not burning cars. Basketball, not so much. Stupid. Because these foreigners that come over here that can afford to come over and watch the soccer games and this and that at the different stadiums in the United States, they understand. They come from places like, this is the United States. This is everybody's dream to be here, because in their mind, it's tough to live in the United States, but it's still, compared to some places, this is a dream come true. And we just shit on it. Like, not all. There's a lot of people, the hatred, they're just making it worse. We're all in this together, folks. When are you going to stop with the nonsense? I don't mind legitimate gripes. I really don't. But again, it's everything Trump. It doesn't really matter. The cure for cancer, they'll find a reason to hate him for it. We hate you now because now we can't make money. I'll tell you, that's the big deal. That's a big deal. That's to be the only people that aren't going to like that kind of stuff. The ones who can't make money off of it. Also, they are going to do the largest firework display in history on 4th of July at our nation's capital. I tried to find some decent stuff, but it was like everything I found that I wanted, it wouldn't let me take. So here's an explanation of what's going on Saturday night at our nation's capital, and then we'll just talk a little bit about it. But here you go.
President Trump promised a record-breaking fireworks display on July 4th to mark America's 250th birthday. And now we're finding out just what a world record-breaking display might look like. 851,000. Not dollars. No, that's not the cost. That's the number of fireworks. Just a mind-boggling amount of fireworks expected to be launched. For New Yorkers, let's compare this to the traditional Macy's fireworks display. I think we can all agree, even if you're not a New Yorker, that it's one of the biggest fireworks shows each year, right? Well, Trump's planned show will be more than 10 times larger than last year's Macy's launch, which included 80,000 total fireworks shells. I know it sounded like a lot when I first said that 851,000 figure, but put into that context, we might need sunglasses to enjoy it. The display of American firework power will also topple the world record. The current record holder goes to the 2016 New Year celebrations in the Philippines with 810,904 fireworks. It ran for 1 hour, 1 minute, and 32.24 seconds in the pouring rain, apparently. I don't know how that would even work, but clearly I have no concept of how fireworks function.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about how they function. You're just there to see them. And again, I'm going to, I know we're going to have the haters. He's spending all that money on all this stuff. It's like, take a breath and shut the fuck up. It is our nation's 250th anniversary of our freedom. It's not, did they not do a big, for the time that it was our 100th? I remember. It's extra special. It's commemorating, all this time, 250 years. But you got to hate. He's going to make a display, and he's trying to make this a memorable event. But no, you got to hate. I don't get it. Again, had any other president done the exact same thing, nobody'd say boo. Everybody go, wow. But instead, 2 years ago, let's just have these trans events on our Capitol's lawn, and let's wave the pride flags all over the place. That was a national event. Shut the fuck up if you believe in that. I got nothing against, again, gay pride and all that stuff, but there's a place for it, and it doesn't equal our nation's 250th anniversary of our freedom. It just doesn't. It doesn't even come close to a lot of things. But they had to keep shoving it down everybody's throats. It was idiotic. It was just a circus. And then they made fun of when he had the fight on the lawn. You can make fun of it all you want, but that was a well-orchestrated event. Whether you're into it or not, it's another story. But you're just hating just to hate. It wasn't a circus. It was a chain of sporting events. Flyover, the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds. Badass. Just part of the 250th anniversary of our nation's freedom. Again, I'm not here to agree with everybody, but it's just common sense. This is for everybody. Everybody. God forbid you enjoy yourselves and try to take it that way. And if not, and you still want to be hateful, go ahead and be hateful. This is the beauty of being free in our nation on its 250th anniversary of our freedom. Go ahead and be hateful. But do us all a favor and shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear that crap unless you have your little circle of friends that are all like-minded. It's just stupid. Enjoy yourself. Take it for what it's worth. You're not going to change anything. You're not. You could change your attitude, though. That'd be great. I promised you guys I was going to just throw in, as always, a little Bill Gates info. Just, there's so many facets of Bill Gates. He's got his hands in so many things. And this is a little Joe Rogan clip about seeding the clouds and all that. Everybody knows that one of the evil things he's trying to do was to block out the sun, which makes no sense to me. But this is, again, I want to make sure that I include a little bit of Bill Gates because he is not going away anytime soon, and we all wish he would. And that's why I want to keep everybody good and conscious of it, because if we keep making enough noise, one way, shape, or form, he'll have to go away. He'll have to, one way or another. All right, so here, check this out, and I'll be right
There's
back.
cloud seeding, and then there's experimental shit, like some of the shit that like Bill Gates was talking about, like spraying reflective particles in the atmosphere to block out the sun. Like, hey, fuckface, who are you to make a decision for the whole world to cool the world? You didn't even graduate college. Shut the fuck up. Like, this is crazy. And also the unintended consequences of any action that has never been taken before, like cooling off the fucking planet. What if this dipshit starts the next ice age and everybody fucking dies?
Right. I know. I mean,
get the fuck out of the air. Leave us alone. Stop playing God.
Yeah. But did you see? Besides the fact that, we're talking about Bill Gates, even Joe Rogan knows that, there's times like Bill Gates needs to shut the fuck up. Ta-da. I wish I would have patented that phrase. Trademarked it. So relevant. I just can't think of a more effective meaning to like calming down and being quiet than shut the fuck up. It just really spells it all out. I like it. I want to make sure, again, that everybody has a real good, safe 4th of July weekend. I hope you take this weekend, appreciate it, have fun. Family, friends, have fun. Life is short. You don't know. There was an accident that happened in my old neighborhood in California just recently. It made national news. It was at a shopping center, and a Tesla, so a woman driving a Tesla with 3 little kids in the car or something, veered and went up onto the sidewalk of like the stores. There's like a shop, it's like major Target, and then there's a bunch of smaller stores, and just went up on the sidewalk. Didn't go through the building, but it hit a 79-year-old woman and killed her. Out of the blue. And they don't know how or why. They ruled out, I'm already pretty sure they already ruled out drugs and alcohol. It's like, how does that happen? Now, my daughter brought it up to me. She says, doesn't that Tesla have cameras on it? I go, yeah, probably, if they're, running, because some people, drive those cars and don't use all the tech if you don't have it set up. But it's just sad. One day you're here and the next day you're not. You're just minding your own business. So enjoy yourself. Take it for what it's worth. You just don't know. I no matter how much you try, it does help to try to stay a little bit, stupid free. Stop doing stupid shit. You might stick around longer. It's common sense. But I want everybody to have a great 4th of July weekend and every day. But again, it's our 250th anniversary of our nation's freedom. Have I said that enough tonight? Just want to make sure you get the point. Besides, for the haters to just shut the fuck up too. I want them to get the point too. You can hate me all you want. It's not me doing that. It's you guys. I'm an observer. What do we got? Peter G. Hey, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Calex. When did you get out, man? When did you get out? I was thinking about you a couple of days ago, believe it or not. I mean, as I'm doing things, people come and go. People come and go. And I was like, I wonder what happened to him. I go, nothing unusual. Things change in your life. You get distracted, and it's like, oh, well, so much for Peter. So I love the Peter G Show. Yeah, that's right. Well, thank you. The Peter G Show loves you too, my brother. Share, share, share. It's what you can do for me. But, as I said, life takes people for different turns, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you, because I know it takes a lot of dedication to sit and watch a show. It's not only the topics that I do. You watch the show because you're used to me, and I'm all right. I can get the point across. I think somebody wrote something, and I think he's a fan too. I think he was just breaking my balls, but he wrote something like he didn't know what he was talking about until he looked down to read it. And it's like, I knew exactly where he was talking, because it's a clip that he commented on. And it's like, no, it's not that. It's not that. I don't have teleprompters. I bullet point a few things. I fly by the seat of my pants. I don't have people with cue cards standing in front of me. And that's the problem. Sometimes to keep the show moving, I do have a small little pad with bullet points. I have to. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background, even while I'm talking to you. Lining up videos, knowing which videos I'm going to be telling you, all these little things. So the problem was when he talked to me, again, I'm putting together thoughts in my head on the fly. So it wasn't that I didn't know what I was talking about. It was, I'm thinking in my head, kind of like a child. When a child is putting sentences together, you start and so that's still me sometimes. I got videos that I play all the time making fun of it because it's kind of funny, but it makes a whole lot of sense. I'm quick on my feet. I don't rely on crutches. I have enough going on in my head where I can talk about things. And but again, somebody has to, poke, and I got no problem with that. But the whole thing is I know exactly what's going on around here, and that's the problem. I know exactly what's going on around here. It's a lot harder than you think. I challenge anybody to come and sit and talk into a dead air camera for 2 minutes, just 2, because 2 minutes feels like 2 hours if you don't have what it takes to do it. It's a lot harder than it looks. But again, some people are made for it and some people aren't. I'm not a skateboarder. I can't surf. There's certain things I can do and certain things I can't. That's why this is my job. But I just go at it naturally. I don't have to sit and be scripted. Just like right now, I'm bitching about that. I'm not even bitching. Why am I explaining it to you guys? Because we're like family. That's my point. You tune in to watch, what is Peter going to do? What is Peter going to say? And I'm pretty open about a lot of things. I talk about things, the here and now, what goes on. Did I have to share, over these past few weeks, we were having some technical problems while we were live. And I'm asking my audience, am I still blurry? I got people. But I do that because, again, it doesn't matter. It's all good. What is going on here with Calex? Sorry, I got to look down. Okay, just been hanging out and stuff. Stuff hanging out. Well, get your stuff together there, Calex. And let's see, I need this boy. Someday I'm going to have a long talk with this boy. I need to, let's see, I need to be organized and systemized. Well, that is probably, I'll tell you what, just back off the joint, or the puff pass, or the dabbing. That'll help you get clearer when it comes to live streaming. Okay, well, I'm just telling you, being stoned is great, but if you don't want to get something done, stay stoned. It definitely is a sidetracker, but again, I'd rather have you, calm and just going with the flow than being a friggin' libtard hater, which you're not. So I love you for it, and welcome back. You missed a lot of stuff. That's all I can tell you. If you need to stay organized, I'll keep you in check. But anyway, so everybody have a great weekend. That's what I was going to say. And again, we're just share. I talk about this stuff. I'm talking to you like a friend. I'm talking to you like I would talk to anybody else. I've learned a lot, especially doing this show. Learned a whole lot. Way different things than I came from. The music business and stuff, like, yeah, we were floating along. We were having a good time, too good of a time. I mean, there's times when it was, I think no matter what you do, you can have problems, bumps in the road, ass aches, things go wrong. But for the most part, God, I wouldn't trade that job for nothing. I mean, I can think of worse things to do. And then when I transitioned into this was totally different. And it took a while. I know a lot of closer people, my closer ones, they go, man, you've come a long way. I mean, everything in general, from when I first started out to now. And that's why we're all here. And that's why you're all here. And I thank you for it. All right. So that's it. I'm going to leave you with one last clip of our nation's birthday, our 250th anniversary of our nation's freedom. That'll be the last time I tell you that, but I hope you get I know you got the point. Spread the word, spread the love. All right. I feel like it's a counseling session, but nobody tells me what to say. Nobody tells me what to do so far within reason, because I'm reasonable. I know where to draw the line, kind of, and I think I've pushed the line quite a bit as to several years ago. I don't think I was even willing to tell the people that are just loudmouths and just talking out their ass to flat out shut the fuck up. I don't think I would have done that 4 or 5 years ago. But things have just changed so much that I feel it's normalized now. It's the only way to truly get the point. It's almost like, you need medicine and you're not taking the right medicine. So I found the right medicine to really pinpoint and target the issue by telling all these loud mouths that are just full of hatred to just shut the fuck up. And that's that. Can't we all just get along? All right, I'm going to leave you with this, and then, yeah, we are. And then it's a happy birthday, America, real quick, just a real quick little overall. And I'll see you next week. Next week, I'm almost positive, unless things change, I'm going to talk about how some of these cities in the country and other parts of the world, countries are getting overrun by a certain population. And again, this isn't a racist thing. This is a factual thing that's going on. And I'm going to talk about it because it's going to ruin. It's ruining countries and it's ruining cities right here in America. And we're letting it go. And it's going to be too late. And that's what we're going to talk about next week. So join me, won't you? Hopefully I'll have I don't know why. I know exactly why the big monitors are down. A lot of crap going on today. But we made it. Looks like we made it. I love you guys. Share all the short clips. Thank you for watching Life of Peter G. The Peter G Show every Wednesday like clockwork, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. Isn't that right, Calex? God willing, share. Watch those short clips, share them, because a lot of the short clips are straight to the point, factual stuff that people need to hear, but, you decide, all right? That's all. Here we go. I love you guys. My name is Peter G. I'll see you next week, and peace out.
Petergshow, divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad, Petergshow.